Hi, I'm the Book Tart, and I'd like to tell you about the YA novel I read today. Devoured it in one sitting. I was caught up in the world of angels and demons and high school and good and evil, and want to share it with you. So this is The Never Prayer by Aaron Michael Ritchey, and it's a really exciting novel. I was drawn into Lena's world. Lena's the heroine, and she has been making some really bad decisions, for all the right reasons though, and she knows they're not good. But her parents have died. She's living with her aunt who can't financially afford them, she and her 3-year-old brother Josie, and her fear is that she will be split up with Josie and Josie will go to foster care. So she's trying desperately to keep her family together, and that desperation has driven her to a dark place. And so it starts out on a Monday, and it shows her journey from despair to hope in a week's time, and the forces of good and evil that are all around us and in her life. So Lena talks about her red sparkly purse, and she doesn't want to do it, but they need an extra $100 for rent. So she tells her boyfriend Santiago she needs another gig. She'll run drugs again. Seems to happen at the end of the month often. And so she's at high school, and she drops off her 3-year-old brother. I love the dynamic between her and Josie, how much she loves him, and they talk about watching cartoons and snuggling down in a nest of blankets like little mice. And he talks about angels and mommy and daddy and where they are in heaven. And she tries to keep up her hopes for him, but she's grieving and she's mad and she feels guilty and anger and despair, and she's holding on to that, which is completely understandable. But she's also not seeing any light at the end of the tunnel. Her life is full of gray and dark, and you're rooting for Lena. I liked her. I wanted her to pull out of this. And her high school was intriguing. I loved that the names of the different clans or cliques weren't your normal, like the populars and the jocks and the unpopulars. They were the heretics, which are, the unpopulars, and the paladins were the populars, the top. And then there's the untouchables. There's only a few of those. They're like the bottom of the barrel. Nobody even acknowledged them. So it's sad, the bit of bullying, the commentary on that. It's not preachy at all, but it's just in there, because you get to know these other characters and see where they're coming from a bit. So Lena is friends with Deidre, and has been since childhood, and Deidre's the queen of the paladins. She's the popular one. And Lena is in a unique position that she floats between the clans a bit. She's, best friends with Deidre, but she's dating a heretic, Santiago. And it's almost that, the good and evil, the little cartoon with the angels on your shoulder and the demon one. Yeah, she feels those forces of should she, shouldn't she, what decision should she make. And she definitely feels pushed by desperation to make some bad choices. And into her school comes two guys, and you don't know whether they're forces for good or evil. So there's Johnny Beale, and he's very charismatic and dangerous and attractive. And there's Chael, and he's sensitive, and she feels like at the beginning that he's very judgmental of her and very, very condemning of her decisions, and also very short and has short-tempered and has no filter. So he doesn't make a good first impression. And I loved getting to know those characters better. And Johnny, I don't want to spoil anything, but there is in this story actual there's these tattoo wings and swords, and how they come to reality in the human plane, and how a push toward the right decision can change destiny, and how evil likes to feed on despair and fear and loneliness and suffering and guilt, and eat and eat and eat of that. And you can make decisions to help people. You can make decisions to push toward positive outcome. So I highly enjoy this novel. Recommend you pick up Aaron Michael Ritchey's The Never Prayer and go on the adventure with Lena and journey from despair to hope with her and fly with angels. Thanks from the Book Tart.